Welcome back to the Bauer 93 gaming channel. I appreciate everyone who's come through from the Team BP channel and everyone else who's just locked in. Make yourselves at home while we talk everything Rogue. If you haven't, go and watch part 1 of the Going Rogue podcast on the Team BP channel, and I'll leave a link down below the description. But without further ado, I've got the main man from Team BP, Brad. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so I'm over at the TBP channel. We make all sorts of content there. We drop rogue leaks, stupid gameplays, meme gameplays, so be sure to come check that out. And we just cover everything Rogue Company. So thank you for having me, Bauer.
Pleasure to have you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Brad 3 questions. So I'm going to jump straight into it. So what are your thoughts on the new Palace map?
So I've actually played it a few times now. I think on respawn modes it's a bit chaotic, especially in 6v6 game modes. Especially where, like, do you know where the bridge is in the middle? It is insane. Yeah. The doorway, I mean, yeah, it's kind of crazy. I haven't actually played it on demolition. Obviously, it's not in the ranked demolition rotation yet. So I don't know how it works in demolition 4x4. But with some of the other maps like Breach, I feel like it could be a bit too big. But like I say, I can't talk from experience because I've not played it. With Breach being in the ranked demolition, playing with people, they don't really like it. It is a bit too big, bit one-dimensional. But obviously this map is the first map to be a bit too, well, it is the first two-dimensional map. You have roofs that you can climb on, so it will make it interesting plays. I think being elevated, if you're a sniper, it's probably gonna be really good for holding lines of sight in demolition. But aesthetically, beautiful, and I can't wait for the next map to drop. But what are your thoughts on Palace?
Pretty much same as you. So visually beautiful. I mean, I think they did a great job. I think they did a super job just visually, just looking at the new Palace map. I do have a few issues with it in terms of, like you said, with the zip line in the middle, it does get a bit chaotic. We haven't got demolition on that map yet, so I would love to know where they would have the 2 points, A and B. But at the moment, I've only played around 5 to 6 matches on it. That's one of my main issues with Palace, just that there hasn't been enough rotation, so not a lot of players have actually played the map.
Yeah, I think something like a map voting system in the future would definitely be favourable for Rogue Company. I for one as well, like playing ranked demolition, I've not had much chance to play this map, and when I have played team deathmatch, I've only played it a handful of times as well. But I know that new players would definitely like, well, not necessarily just new players, but all players. If you could vote like a map, I think it'll definitely be picked up a bit more. But yeah, that's interesting. Or even if they done something like COD, where a new map drops, they do like 24/7 Palace or something. That would be pretty cool as like a limited time mode, you know. Cool. So the new map drops, you can play it for like a week, like if you want 24/7 and really learn that map. So yeah, if you're watching Scott Gandy, drop it in.
Drop it in. And map rotation as well.
Yeah. Sorry, map voting.
Map voting. So my second question for you, Brad, is what other game modes would you like there to be added in the future for Rogue Company?
Yeah, so I mean, there's definitely some really cool limited time modes that seem to rotate frequently a lot before. So we had Strikeout Snipers, which was one of my personal faves. We've not seen that in a very, very long time. There was Dodgeball as well, which was really unique and a great concept. Again, not rotated in a long time. And we've sort of been stuck in a stalemate with King of the Hill and Team Deathmatch. Almost locked horns on what's permanent and what's limited time. Now, we found out from a recent tweet saying that Team Deathmatch is now going to move into the perma sort of mode, and King of Hill is now going to be a limited time mode. I don't know how I feel about that. I think both have their own unique place as a permanent game type. I think the limited time mode should rotate almost weekly to keep it fresh, and for players that, you know, that want to log in and try something new or just try something different. King of the Hill for me is a super fun game mode. It's competitive, but maybe they're taking it out to put that in as a ranked game mode, because we did hear a little while ago that there's not just going to have demolition, that was going to have a respawn type ranked mode as well. So maybe this is preparation for that. But we'll just have to wait and see. But definitely from my point of view, new game modes. I think if there was something like melees only in like a public, so you could just go in and you could only buy melees, that would be quite fun. Grenades only, pistols only, them sort of game modes that people have to do in private matches. But if you could do it in just a public match, that would be pretty fun.
Yeah, no, agreed. I mean, for me, probably I'd say what I'd like to see in the future would probably be dodgeball, because I think with dodgeball, that's one of the most unique game modes I've played in a very long time, and I think Rogue Company did it very well. There is no other game with that game mode specifically, and it was fun to play. Agreed. Also, when with the King of the Hill, 6v6 King of the Hill, I think they're gonna put that into ranked. But I would love to see a bit more. So I mean, maybe bring back extraction, maybe add, like you said, melees only, snipers only. I think that would be pretty cool. It gives more, players more game modes, more chances to try out new things. Not everyone gets to use a melee weapon in Rogue Company. I mean, it's not easy to throw, it's not easy to use, not easy to sort of get close to a player. So I mean, melees only would be a super game mode. So I'll be looking forward to that in the future if they do drop something like that.
Again, Scott Gandy, if you're listening,
you know what to do. But let me get into my final question for you, Brad. How do you feel about season 3 as a whole, and what's your favorite season and why?
So season 3 has definitely been the best season by far. I mean, season 1, the first battle pass, people were underwhelmed. It was a 50 tier battle pass. People wanted 100 tiers. And in the first battle pass, you couldn't even earn your Robux back. So in season 2, they learned a lot from season 1. Season 2, you bought the battle pass and you could earn your money back in Robux, which was a really good thing. And that carried over to season 3. The disappointing with season 2 was the legendary Phantom skin at level 50, which was kind of like a reskin of the Deadly Idol and the North Star Phantom. So there's a bit of controversy there. I did actually prefer the level 50 reward in season 1, which was the Hellfire Scorch skin. It was really unique. Rogue Company didn't have a skin like that. But in season 3, they've really upped their game with the battle pass. You've got the exotic weapon wrap for the KA-30, which at first didn't look like it was going to be a good thing, because he meant it was only going to be locked between Ronan and obviously Dima. But now we know with the weapon mastery, you can, if you love that weapon wrap, you can now move that between anyone with an AR. Yep. So that's kind of cool. But then also at level 50, you've got the Lone Talon skin, as well as loads of other sick emotes and stuff and skins. Within the battle pass, you've got the powered up emote, which is like going Super Saiyan in Rogue Company, and who doesn't want to do that, right? You've got some really unique camos in there. You've got the Saint skin. The Dima skin's a little bit, meh, but even so, if you're just starting in season 3, it's still a good Dima skin to add to your collection. Which, by the way, Twitch Prime this month. If you haven't got it, head over to Twitch, because you can unlock the legendary highest Dima skin. I've actually done a video on that on my channel, so be sure to go check that out. How to, download it and everything. But season 3 as a whole has been really, really good. I've really liked the introduction of Palace, and like you said on part 1 on my channel, you said that you wasn't so happy that Runway didn't come with the launch of season 3. I'm actually quite happy that it didn't, and I know that's a bit controversial, but it means that we've got something to now look forward to in playing a new rogue sort of 30 days into your battle pass. And we're getting this huge weapon mastery update. So there's a lot to look forward to. And then maybe like 20-30 days after that, they're going to drop the Arms Dealer Season 3. So there's plenty more content to now grind what it feels like in a more complete season. In Season 2, we pretty much got everything at the start. Completed the battle pass in like 5-6 days. We got to Rogue in like 5-6 days, and then there was pretty much nothing to really do until Arms Dealer Season 2 dropped like 30-40 days later. So it felt a little bit disjointed for people that are playing it all the time, but this, it definitely feels more complete to me.
Agreed. I would probably say season 3 is the best season for me. And that's because of the skins, that's because of the challenges, and because also, like you were saying, with season 2, I pretty much finished the battle pass in a week, and there was pretty much nothing to do until we got to the Arms arms dealer event. So there was nothing more for me to grind. So I thought, what else is there for me to do? But with this, like I said, the skins, level 50 talent skin, I think is dope. One of the best skins they've ever dropped. Also with this, like you said, with the Super Saiyan emote, he doesn't like a powered up
a bit of Goku.
Yeah, a bit of Goku and Road Company. So I'm happy with that. In terms of my favorite season, I'd have to say season 3. Season 1, I think, sort of Road Company, the battle pass sort of came later into season 1, right? It didn't really drop early on. Season 2, I sort of thought they were finding their bearings. Like I said, we kind of, finished the battle pass, it ran its course, and then we'll wait. It was pretty much a waiting game. But now we're able to grind. We're able to, unlock all these super dope emotes, these sprays, these banners. So I'd say season 3 is probably the best season for me.
Yeah, and I didn't mention there, but season 3 also has introduced animated banners, animated avatars. So they're 2 new additions to Road Company, and like we say, we've seen our first exotic wrap, which is so dope, and it's really exciting times ahead for Road Company, in my opinion.
Agreed. Thank you, Brad, for coming on the channel. Like I said, I'm going to link part 1 in the description below. Appreciate everyone that's watched both parts. Thank you, Brad, for coming through. Hopefully we can do another one again. But appreciate it, guys. If you liked it, make sure to comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of season 3 as a whole, and are you looking forward to Runway? Peace.